Hello, this is Jared from Commit to Quality, and in today's video, we're going to go over lists. So in the last video, we talked about arrays, and arrays are very limited. They're not flexible enough. They aren't efficient. So if you know what the length of your array is, then using an array is a good way to go. But what if you need a bit more flexibility? Well, this is where lists can come in. So I'm going to write an example, and then we're going to talk through it. So I'm going to say list, because it's type. And in the angle brackets here, we're going to put what type of list we want it to be. So I'm going to say an integer. And now I can just put example equals new list int. And we're not going to do anything else on that. We're just going to say initialize that for us. So just like we did with arrays, we say create me a list of integers. We're going to name it example, and here we're instantiating the list of integers. The angle bracket here is basically a type parameter. It's basically specifying that we are creating a list of integer values. This just helps us with type safety, making sure that we can only add integers. The benefit of doing this over the array is it's dynamic. There's no size built into it, so we can add as many times to this list as we want. So list has a few different built-in methods, and one of them is the add method you can see here. Well, I can say example add 1, and I could do another one, example add 21. And now what I could do is say, let's just do a console.writeLine here. Let's say console.writeLine example dot count. Dot count. If I run this, we should see an output of 2, because we've just added 2 values to our integer list. Of course, we can use, I should have probably kept it, we can use the for each loop again to output the values as well. So if I say for each int I in example, let's say console.writeLine I, if I get rid of this count line here, just not to confuse anything, what we should see is an output of 1 and 21, because this is what we've added. What if we said we want to create a list, a collection of 10 numbers? Well, you can do this. You could use a for loop. We could say for index equals 0, x is less than 10, and x plus plus. We could then just say example.add x, and what we expect to see here now is x has populated all the numbers up until x is less than 10, gets out of this condition, and it's input. So let's hit run on this, and we should see 10, which goes 0 to 9 here. Of course, if we wanted to start at 1, we would have to put 1 as x here, and this would have been less than or equal to 10. But in terms of the values, what you've seen here is us dynamically adding more values to our collection, or specifically our list. Something that you wouldn't have done with an array. I do also want to touch on the documentation is going to be really good to use again. Just like arrays, we can see the bunch of methods we have down here. So we'll pick on some of them now. We'll have a look at remove. That's probably a good one. I think what we could do is show you we can insert into a specific location as well, because that would be really good. So you've got insert here. So if I click on insert, here it says insert an element into the list at a specified index. Now this is really cool. So if you said, okay, I've already got my list here where it's added 0 to 9. What if I said I want the first number to be my subscriber count for whatever reason? Well, we can do that. And we can do that by saying example.insert. And here it's already given us an example of how we can do this. So I'm going to say at index 0, I want to insert, I think I've got 2,600 subscribers at the moment. So if I say example.insert index 0, what we'll see now in this for each is the first number is going to be 2,600, and you're still going to have all the others, so we'll have 0 to 9 in there. So let's hit run on this, and here we are. We've added to the first index this value of 2,600, and we've still got all the others we've added in here. We also touched on remove as well, so let's say remove. And here, what remove will do, if we hover over it, removes the first occurrence of a specific object from the list. So if I said, okay, I want to remove the number 9 from the list, this should search the first 9 we have and remove it. So when I'm running this now, I'm expecting to see 0 to 9 come here, But we then say remove the number 9. So now when we output everything, we should see 0 to 8 output. And there we are. It's taking it from the list, as easy as that. But like I said, go through the documentation, have a play around with things. You can remove at indexes. You've got so many different things you can do. I really wanted to show you lists because it's just a more dynamic way of arrays. It's not as efficient, but if you want to add and remove things from the list, then this is going to be a more dynamic approach for you to use. As always, if you do have any questions or comments, please drop them down below. A like and subscribe is appreciated. Thank you for watching and have a great day.